All right, it's She Says with Julie Berliner. Julie, thanks for doing these. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're terming this one Thoughts on CBD, as this cannabinoid, unlike any other cannabinoid, has taken a new place in society. And so, number one, I just wanted to kind of get your thoughts generally on what you're seeing.
Yeah, I think that CBD is normalizing cannabis for people that wouldn't otherwise consider cannabis as something that they'd want in their lives. So I think that's a really amazing thing. It certainly, without question, has medicinal benefits. But, being so new, we just don't have the information that we need yet. I mean, the research hasn't been done to truly understand the scope of this plant's benefits. So there's a lot to be learned. I think CBD is wonderful. I use it for many things. But I've also seen CBD as, this wave that people are riding right now and not necessarily looking at it in the way that they should, which is, what are the benefits and how can we use this to really, move and, keep this movement of cannabis legalization in forward motion.
In forward motion, as opposed to maybe claiming things or having product not be what it needs to be, claiming things that maybe aren't things that we can claim based on the fact that there aren't those clinical trials that have been done, as you just mentioned.
Exactly.
And so, you have been dealing with CBD in Colorado for quite some time. So, from a consumer standpoint, from a company standpoint, what are some things that you do and what are some things that you don't do? Things to look out for.
As a company, I'll talk about two things. First, I'll talk about some of the CBD products that we offer as a company. Sweetgrass makes a 20-to-1 CBD product. So it's 20 milligrams of CBD, 1 milligram of THC. So you're really not getting that psychoactive effect. But what we are very, very careful about is making claims around those products. Like I said before, there's not true scientific evidence that this product is, intended for sleep or, treating nausea, all these things. I mean, anecdotally, that's what we're hearing. And that's what we absolutely share. That's my experience as well. It's what I use CBD for, pain relief, all these things. But there's claims being made by some businesses about what CBD should be used for that I think can be very risky for that business. I mean, it opens up the door for major liability.
Just unpack that for instance, not speaking of any company in particular, but what are you talking about?
I mean, if I were to make a claim to say this product is going to help you fill in the blank, whatever that is, if I'm making a claim like that, then, and that doesn't ring true or it doesn't actually follow through, I could get sued for that. I mean, that's really dangerous waters as a business. So I'm really careful about those things. We really do have a ton of anecdotal evidence, and we receive amazing feedback on how CBD is helping people, and the experiences that people are having have been incredibly medicinal for them. But I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to make those claims myself. I can only share what I've heard and the feedback that I've gotten.
So from the consumer or for the consumer, what are some things to look out for? Obviously, number one, any product that's claiming anything, it's not necessarily something that we should be using yet, right?
Yeah, maybe not. That's all. I think, for those that are using CBD for, very, very serious medical issues, it's not fair to tell them that this is going to work. I think there's something to be said for the fact that you can right now find CBD anywhere. I mean, I was driving by Walgreens. I can go to Bed Bath Beyond. Like, you can find CBD everywhere you go right now. The farmer's market.
I almost got CBD in my acai bowl at the mall.
Oh, I could get a CBD manicure. It's silly. Like, it's just silly. But the kinds of things that you can get CBD in. One thing that I've noticed, being on the THC, the regulated side of cannabis, where every single product we make has to go through rigorous testing in order to even be on a shelf, I've noticed that products that are sold within a regulated cannabis store, especially in Colorado, I don't know a ton about other states, but in Colorado, every single product that I make, which has THC in it, even if it's only 1 milligram, that product needs to go through testing for potency, homogeneity. It needs to pass tests to make sure that there's no residual solvents in there, pesticides being used, all kinds of things. It has to pass those tests before I can even transfer it out of my facility so that it could be sold to the end consumer. That is not true necessarily for any CBD product outside of a regulated cannabis dispensary. So and this question comes to me often when someone asks me what CBD I recommend or, where to buy it, I typically recommend or advise that, you go to a regulated cannabis dispensary and purchase a product that has been tested, that's gone through these, really major kind of stop gaps before it can even get into your hands.
There you go. So if we don't have the clinical trials, at least get product that has been through testing. Because I'm sure, I haven't walked into any of these places that just offer CBD products, but I can hear them saying, oh, no, we don't deal with any of that. We just have CBD, as though that's safer. Well, then ask the question, where has this been tested? Just tell me, please.
Sure. You can order CBD from anywhere. We personally, Sweetgrass sources CBD that's locally grown to Colorado. But we can get it from China if we wanted to. It's way cheaper, but who knows what's going on over there. I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't infuse my products with that CBD. But you don't know. I mean, you get a product off the shelf anywhere else. That CBD can come from anywhere.
Well, I operate with the theory to buy local, and there's the bell. I don't know if you heard it, but that means that you have no more time. So this is great. I love doing these with you. Those are straightforward thoughts on CBD from you, Julie Berliner, who's been dealing with it for over a decade. So, at least ask folks that might know something.
Yeah. Sorry about this thing.
No, that was my bell and that's your bell. It means that it's 10 to whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We'll see you soon. Julie, thank you so much.
Thank you.